is pissed off because you decided to hide something like that, that's something major. Just like if I'm fucking with a chick and she turns out, all right, well look, I find out you're a stripper, but you're not selling pussy on the side. All right, cool. I might be able to let it slide. I'm gonna be pissed off because I didn't know about it, but I let it slide because if especially if I know for sure, which is stupid as fuck, but I wouldn't know for sure. But if
If I
I
know
know, all
for
right,
sure.
look, I know that's dumb as hell to say because you wouldn't know for sure that she's not fucking around. But
No, I
if
mean,
I
yeah.
know, like, hey, all right, this is what it is that you do, I bet
You gotta have that. You
I could
definitely
let
have
it
to have that
slide.
trust.
Yeah, I would be if I'm able to overlook it because of how you move, not what you do for me, but how you move with me in particular. I might be able to overlook it. But if you sell it box and I never knew that shit, but that's what you doing, like when we not together, you actively selling pussy? Nah,
Yo,
nah,
that reminds me of those
hell
stories.
no.
Remember those days, the days when I was single and people used to, I used to see people out there on like Plenty of Fishes, OK Cupid, any of that shit, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you gotta pay to play," and I'm like, "Pay to play what? Like, what am I paying? I'm not paying to pay for anything. I'm not.
Yeah, as soon as
I'm
yo, anytime I come across
not-
that pay to play shit, I'm like,
Excuse
yeah,
me?
you know what? You have a nice one. Have a nice
Yeah,
life, Jody. Oh yeah,
bro.
you know, I think you're cute. I think we would really have something nice, but it is, it is a pay to play. Oh, okay, it is not gonna happen. You have a nice night. Take care of yourself.
Bro, I had
All
someone
right.
ask me one time I should start like an OnlyFans or something like that, and like do like the whole
I
sexting
thought
thing for
about it.
them, and
I
just
ain't even
like
gonna act like I
to
did.
entertain them. And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds good, but that's not what I want to do." And they're like, "But you could totally do it." I'm like, "I probably could, but I don't want to." Like, it's
I thought
just
about
not
it.
it. And I've had people who
I
joined our
fucking
Discord, bro, with that mentality, thinking like they'll join a Discord and send me a message directly and like try to like prompt something. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Like, I'm not on that type of timing. I'm married now on a
I'm not trying to pay.
timing. We're
Have a good
not
night. Take care, bye.
we're not doing this. And those they're like, really? Am I not attracted to you? You're not attracted to me? I'm not saying that.
You
No,
automatically went to a level of attractiveness. No, bitch, it's not attractive. I just don't want to pay for pussy. Is
facts.
that is
Like
that the
that's
wrong?
That's like I don't. But at the same time, there's like, oh, but I'm just trying to see what you have. It's like, well, you try to see what I have. What I'm offering. What I'm offering is not any of that. I can talk to you, but I'm not offering any of
There
what
ain't nothing sexual going on here, shorty.
you
You
think that you can
you
get from me. It's like you what you want to try to get, you're not getting. I'm not on that timing.
because
Um,
a lot of these women are used to niggas who either you haven't been around a beautiful woman so you wouldn't know how to act, or you would be gung ho to want to fuck her because she's
what?
pretty. And then even then that could be objective. 'Cause, shit, I keep it real. I had a tenant who used to, she used to rent from me and shit. And I honestly, like, I looked at her, I was like, at first I'm like, yo, she cute. She a little white girl. Well, she white and Brazilian. She cute, definitely fuckable, the whole nine. Nice little ass on her own. I mean, literally, Shorty would purposely come outside and I mean, like outside,
There we go.
go out. She come downstairs. Shorty would come downstairs, past my crib, past my parents, past my grandfather, and bikini. It's fucking 30 degrees outside. Why are you walking around the house in a swimsuit?
No, it was some that like intentionally would do certain things to, like try to grab attention,
Yes.
and you'd be sitting there like, I see what you're trying. You're trying to grab my attention, but what you're
Yeah, and
realizing
it's
is that
like,
you're going
yo,
about it all the wrong way because that does not grab my attention whatsoever. Um,
man, not to mention,
that makes
I'm not
me
gonna lie,
want to run.
you could walk around like that all you want to, but guess what, bitch? You still gotta pay rent. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You still gotta
Facts,
pay rent. Like,
facts.
I don't
Not
give a
even
oh,
just the rent.
I'll do this. Nah, you can do
It's
that,
if
but you
they're
still gotta come out of pocket for that rent.
but it's not even just that. Is if they're doing this to grab your attention, right? What
Hmm.
are they doing else when they're not talking to you to grab other people's attention? That's what I
Right.
look at. It's like you're doing this to grab my attention, but how I know you're not doing this to the next blow Joe that you see or messaging trying to grab their attention? Like
And that's
What's
what
different?
also
What makes
let
me
me see.
different?
Yeah, like, but that's one thing that also put me on notice as well. Like even when I was younger, it was a thing of all right, I recognize that the women who are, I'll say, objectively more attractive are the ones who usually tend to be, and not all of them, but a lot of them tend to be more on the whole shit. Now, granted, there's ugly bitches who's just gonna throw it out there because they just want some companionship and all that. Hey, you know what? You willing to throw it? They will throw it. You willing to catch it? Fuck it, they with it. You might be the dude that they've been looking at and they truly are infatuated with, so they'll let it slide this time. But when it comes down to the pretty, like the like I said, objectively pretty on the outside, they'll be the ones that's like, hey, well, this dude likes me and this dude likes me, and because I'm attractive, I know I can fuck with guys who's doing this and that because I've messed with guys who make X amount of money and do such and such and such and such, and they put me on boats and shit like that.
Again,
And
it's
they'll
that
get fucked by them
lifestyle.
dudes.
That's
Yeah,
that
they'll see it,
lifestyle.
they'll get fucked by them dudes, and they'll be perfectly content with that shit. But then at the same time, because they got fucked by a dude who has this level and this status level and has all this particular extra shit that they done did. They flew them out and they did that. Now they expect every motherfucker on the planet to be like, hey, I'ma fly you out. And on the first day after I flew you out, the very first date, I'm also spending 10 grand on you, 25 grand on you because yeah, that's what, and now they expect every nigga to do that.
Yeah, that should be
No.
getting me. I'm like nah. And I get it. I definitely get it. People definitely get accustomed to certain things. And for
You had
me,
a taste of it now. Now
yeah,
you no.
like I remember this one chick I was trying to talk to back in the day, and yeah, I got a relationship, and I was like, "That's cool. We could just be friends." It's like, "Oh, I really want to talk to you, but I need to know what you can provide for me." The last guy I was in, he took me on the trip to Mexico. He was buying me these Louis Vuitton bags and this and that. So I have a different type of lifestyle, and back then I was like, "Oh, well, that's not me." But as I got older, I realized, like, bitch, what do you mean you have a different type of lifestyle? That wasn't your lifestyle. That was someone catering to you doing shit. Like, you didn't do that shit
Somebody
yourself.
provided
You
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 with
literally
some
just said that somebody did it for you, which means that's not your lifestyle. Your life, again,
that's
I
what
will
I
always
came
say this:
accustomed to.
your
Okay.
lifestyle is what you can provide to yourself. If you're not paying for it yourself, that's not your lifestyle. Contrary to what everybody else says, oh, but I can get it. Yeah, you can get it when someone is gracious enough to provide it for you. That doesn't mean it's your
Get those
lifestyle.
niggas from the
You
phone.
can only count it as your lifestyle if you are doing it yourself. If you are making that money to do those things, that is when you count that as your lifestyle. If you're not, bringing in the money yourself and you're just sitting with your hand out waiting for someone to do it for you, it's not your lifestyle. It's what you're aiming for. It's just not what you're going to get. It's just not in your cards, unless you find a sucker they're gonna do it. And I say sucker very lightly, because some people just are just naturally like, yo, if I'm talking, I'm seeing you, whatnot, I'm just gonna do what it takes to keep you. And it's like, well, you're buying her with money. No, that's just how they are. They got it, you got it. Some people are naturally
Well,
like that.
well, these motherfuckers nowadays are pay pigs too. Like, for
Simps.
instance, and I'm sorry it had to been him, but have you seen that shit with Akash Singh?
Who?
Akash Singh, he's a comedian, but he's also on the podcast with fuck, I forgot his name just that quick. Oh my god. That's crazy. How the fuck did I
Nah,
forget his name?
I didn't see that.
Andrew Schultz.
I didn't
There we
see
go.
it.
He does it. So basically, it's been one of the things that's been blowing up on the internet lately. So he's like 30 something. He married a girl who was 20 something, whatnot. They've been together for however long now. They both supposedly lost their virginity. And he's constantly talking about how great of a woman his wife is and how
I
perfect
remember
his
you. I remember you
relationship
mentioned this
is.
a little bit the other day. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so with that same the same thing, he's belittling everybody else's relationship and talking about how great his is, and then his girl starts doing a podcast, and she's legitimately on the podcast with her, I guess, best friend, and they're talking about how his wife is talking about how, oh yeah, well, yeah, your husband, mind you, this motherfucker is average ass white dude.
Yeah.
All right. As a man, if a man is handsome, I will gladly say, yo, nah, he pulling bitches. He got it.
Not
Nah, that's a
I.
handsome dude. He got
Not
it.
I.
I have no problem with that. I'm secure enough for myself.
I'm
But
secure, but I'm not gonna call no dude handsome. Nah,
I
not doing
listen,
that.
you can look and be like, that nigga could take my bitch.
Nah.
Like, in all
Mm,
honesty,
mm.
regardless of how don't listen. All bullshit aside, there is going to no matter you can have all the confidence in the world, but you can look at certain niggas and be like, he might be able to take my bitch. And
I'm not thinking
it's
that.
nothing against you.
No,
It's
I
nothing
get what you're
against
saying,
you.
but that's not how I think at
He's
all.
that
Then
I
we gotta
get it.
remember
I get it.
my mindset's different. That's not what comes
Very
to my
true. Very
mind
true.
at all.
Very true. But with that still being said, it's still a thing of, hey, listen, I know for me, I can say, yo, you know what? Yo, that's a handsome motherfucker right there. Do your thing, dog. Go get the puss. Go get that puss. Go get the bitches. I can do that. I'm not worried about that shit. But all in all, you're married. She was married to her husband, and she's actively talking about another woman's husband, her best friend's husband, and how she would be willing to engage in an orgy with this nigga. She's talking about how she knows that this nigga has a 10-inch dick. She literally, her friend is like, oh yeah, you know, whenever he's not around and whatnot, I could just masturbate to the thought of him. This bitch says, oh, I could never. Bitch, you married. You married to a whole nigga who's legitimately supporting everything about you.
You
And
could never.
damn, you could never. It's crazy. Oh wait, I'll give you even one even better. Every
What
time,
Diddy
and I
Party
mean
gonna
every time. What's going on, G? Yo, every time that this nigga Akash went in for a kiss, she turned her face and gave the nigga the cheek. Like every time.
Yeah.
He was going, he went and brought her and her friends out and shit like that, flew them out to someplace remote. They go out there, they on the beach. He's like, hey, you know, I'm willing to, you know, renew our vows and shit like that. Would you be Miss, you know, Miss Sing again forever? Boom. She's like, yeah, oh my God. The whole time this bitch is staring at the ring. She's not even looking at this motherfucker. Not once. Then when
Yeah,
he
she's
goes in for a kiss,
materialistic.
yo, she literally even said, "No, I'm the type that I like tangible things. I like tangible gifts." And the bitch is like, as he's going in for a kiss, she turns her face, looks at the camera. I like tangible gifts, and does the whole like rubs the finger shit. Like yo, and it's the same woman who you like. Oh yeah, you guys could never. You don't understand. My wife is perfect. She's this. She's and granted, you might feel that way, but my nigga. She's openly disrespecting you on multitudes of levels. And then on top of that, she let it be known, hey, yeah, now granted, I know a lot of couples look at, a lot of relationships might move like this, but she was talking like she's on the pod talking about, oh yeah, what you guys don't know is no matter what, his money is our money and my money is my money. Now, granted, I know I've heard that shit a bunch of times, but it's a thing of, hey, you're literally doing this podcast and shit only because I have the funds to be
Yeah.
able to allow you to live a very comfortable life. So that the fact that you have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit over there and disrespect me on a fucking podcast is crazy. But that's not how he looks at it. He looks at it as my wife's adorable, and there's nothing that she can do that could make me upset. Yes, there's things that'll piss me off, that'll it'll get under my skin, but ultimately, I just find her adorable. What?
Well, I don't know what in the Diddy Party you be talking about, saying if this guy looks nice, he gonna take my girl. But at the end of the
Diddy
day,
party is crazy, first and
well,
foremost. Nice try,
I mean,
wrong guy.
what in
I
the
said,
Diddy you talking about, friend? I'm just joking. That's why I popped on. But
yeah,
anywho,
I was
go ahead.
about to say, you better get that shit right, because I'm not saying any nigga that could do it. I said
I
there's some
no,
niggas.
My pop said
I said
anybody that can do that, she's not your chick. If anybody
Very
can pull
true.
your woman, she's
that's what I
not your
was
woman.
gonna
She's for the
say. I
Very
said
streets.
true.
I
Very
said the
true.
same thing. That's what I was gonna say. I said, look, if people are able to pull other people's partners, that's an issue. That means they never were down for that person to begin with. And
Yep.
even still, if that person is down for you and they still leave, it depends on their mindset, what's
Mhm.
going on, and the statute of limitations and the things that are happening, and the kind of conversation you had with your partner. And I'm not saying that all of it is good, but I'm saying at the end of the day, you have to move in a way where you know what you're doing and how you're doing it, and make sure you communicate this stuff. The reason why people are being taken, even though there's no way that could be even a thing, is because people are not saying nothing and they doing it what they want to do. People are moving in silos, not in like, I'm with you, you're with me, I'm gonna communicate, so will you. And if we can't even get that part right, why are we even doing this? Hence it being a world where we're not even having conversation, we're just fucking and leaving now. Oh, hey, you're my friend, let's just do it for today because we need somebody to hold me. This is
Yeah.
why we having these kind of situationships and and beneficial friends and fuck buddies, because that's being glorified because we don't know how to communicate, we don't know how to be adults. We don't know how to be adults anymore. So if there's a mentality where you think that somebody can take your person, I'm just paraphrasing, can take your person, that's bad. That's so bad
I
because that person could
definitely
be the
am
same.
the firm. I definitely believe in the. Hey, listen, if you could take her, you could have her. I'm 100%
No, but
behind
the
that
thing
shit.
is that that means that y'all did not have a conversation first. There
No,
was
that's
no
Yeah.
not. That's not
conversation said
necessarily
or
true.
had or done.
That's not necessarily true because when it comes down to it,
I'm not
y'all can
saying all
have
the
full
time.
blown conversations and understandings beforehand. But oh well, hey, this person came along and I just had an opportunity. It was a one time thing. It wouldn't happen again. But you
I've heard
already
that
fucked them.
before. I've heard that
I
You know
before.
what
mean,
I'm saying?
yeah, because people move with trauma. They don't move with a perfect mindset. And I'm not saying perfect as the actual meaning. People are just moving with trauma. Nobody's getting healed. Nobody's getting help. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So they're
true.
just moving with what they have and what they know, which is not good, which taints us who are really good people because we want to have good people around us, but we still get tainted from those unhealed people. And I
Yeah,
mean
very
that
true.
for outside of relationships. I mean that for your friends. Tell your friends, fuck you. Obviously, clearly and literally and mentally and spiritually. Fuck you. Because if you don't have my best interest at heart as my friend, I don't know what you finna do as my enemy.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
I can
So
deal with
it's
that.
like, come on.
They want to fuck
We
you.
all gotta
Jokes, man.
communicate at some point, but at the same time, we gotta have that mentality. If you're walking around unhealed and traumatized, why do you think the world is not moving in the way that they don't want relationships and marriages? Because we can barely move as humans.
Facts.
Well, once again, that's also a part of a thing of taking accountability because a lot of people are not willing to take accountability to actually heal or grow through it. A lot of people rather stay in the victim mentality of, well, hey, this happened to me, so I'll forever be quote unquote
So it's
tainted.
their
But at the
fault.
same time,
It's their fault.
it's
I ain't do shit.
precisely. And but when you decide to make that your identity, well, because this happened to me now, I'm gonna be a fucked up individual. That does not make it okay. And that's where a lot of the issues nowadays come from. It's the fact of you're willing to remain the victim instead of accepting what part you might have played or accepting, yes, you might not have done shit and you got done vile. But you can't hold on like as yes, it's a part of you, it's a part of what happened to you as well. But you can't use that as the reason why you are now an ancient individual
Right.
because you was hurt. So now you go out there and fucking around and doing all types of shit because one person fucked you over. That does not mean
And
that every person you come across is gonna be trying to do that. But that's what people
absolutely.
they try to lay in that shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, again, it goes the amount of times we all got ghosted and stood up on a date. Shoot, that shit just happened to me last month. But besides the point,
God,
it's like because people are unhealed and don't know how to communicate. It still goes back to communication. If you feel that this is not for you, or you feel intimidated or not ready for something like that, all you have to do is say, "Hey, I'm not prepared for the blah 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 situation. Or, I'm not prepared to do this. But yes, I was in your DMs. Yes, I wasted your time. But at the same time, I'm not prepared." I'd be like, cool, thank you for letting me know and not wasting my time. I would be fine. I would be
would you really?
fine. That shit would make me so happy. I have a smile on my face saying, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful life and God bless you. Like that would help so many people. So many people. And just saying, hey, thank you so much for the time that we had. It didn't go well, but at least we can move as friends because we got healed. Nobody's healing anymore. Hence us having these problems. Hence us having these situations. Hence us having these mindsets. And like I said, it's not just relationships, it's friendships too. And people you are cordial with almost be your friend faster than the people that have been down with you for years. I don't want to make it a sermon, but I'm just saying.
No, you right though. No, you right. Because honestly, I can honestly say for me, a lot of the individuals that I swore was like, nah, this is my right hand. Nah, me and this nigga going, yo, we good, we cool forever. The motherfuckers like niggas just did because certain things didn't work out, or it was a misunderstanding, miscommunication, so on and so forth. Or some people just decide to finally show their true cards when you notice certain things and you bring it up. Now they show their true cards as to who they truly are. Like I got a homie I was cool with from I don't know how like I remember when a nigga moved onto the block. And I mean we was cool from maybe like 5 years old type shit. Same, we went to the same pre-K and all of that shit. Cool, cool. But whatever happened later on, motherfucker was like, hey, I'm gonna hang out with you because you the weed dude. Like you the nigga I could smoke for free with. So anytime we linking up, I'm expecting you to bring the smoke. And the like when I caught on, like, nigga, you only kicking it with me for the fact that I bring some weed, nigga. Like, that's really why you stopped fucking. All right, cool. I stopped bringing shit around intentionally, or I stopped letting niggas smoke my shit. Then it became a, oh well, you moving funny now. You acting weird. No, I'm not, cause I'm not smoking you out. That's why. A lot of motherfuckers, man, just be on their own shit. Friendships could be on some, hey, look, you think that they fuck with you until you see, oh well, you only fuck with what I can do for you, what I can bring. So yeah, it's a lot of people that's on that shit too when it comes down to the friendship. Yeah. Friends can be on some real, all right, I'm only here for, you know what I'm saying, what you got. Cause what you got I don't have access to. So or not at the same amount as you do. So yo, like what's up?
Exactly.
Like man.
But you gotta keep that circle small sometimes. My pops was just saying that's why this generation always want to have like threesomes, and I mean, and like their little orgies. And if you think about it, like there's a lot of things out there like the quadruples. Like, oh, I got a girlfriend, I got a boyfriend, I got two girlfriends. Or there's one thing, I don't know if it's real or not, but this guy who got one chick pregnant and then turned around and got the mother pregnant, from my understanding, and then they were having the baby shit together. I was like, how what? Explain. You got your girl pregnant, you got her mother pregnant, and they both had a baby shower together. You're okay.
I know.
All right.
I know
fuck with it. I guess if they're cool with it, I guess I'm cool with it. It's not my problem.
Listen, I'll give you one better than that. I know a nigga who fucked two sisters and had them eating each other out. While like twins at that. Twin sisters. And they became sisters that same day.
I mean, there was this case where this guy had a kid with his girlfriend, wife, whatever the case may be, or he thought he had a kid. And I guess a few years down the line, they did a DNA test or whatever, and it came out that his kid was actually his brother, that his pops fucked his old lady and got her pregnant. So the person he was walking around and thinking that was his kid turned out that was actually his brother because of his father. I was like, damn. If that don't hit you hard, and you looking at you looking at your little brother like, I thought you was my kid, now I found out you're my little brother. Now I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. It's like you can't take down the kid.
Every time I see you, nigga, it's on fight. Why? Because you.
But that would I think that would definitely fuck somebody up. It's like, yo, like I was with this chick and I thought the kid was like 5 or something like that at this point, but they found out the kid wasn't his. It was his actual little brother that his father's cracked his old lady and got her pregnant. I don't know how you would mentally handle that.
I would have lost it.
Woosah this bitch.
There is no way that. There is no way. There's no way of handling that.
There's no way.
Go get grandma with a shotgun.
Like there's I like you didn't calm down to talk this through. What? What? I raised my little brother thinking he was my kid for 5 years. I shouldn't be laughing, but the darkness in this is.
I just read what your pop said.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, when you go on Facebook, it's promoted heavily on Facebook. You know what else is promoted? I just realized this. It's a little change a topic a little bit. Because I did see something. So
you remember you want ad time, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. But one thing I've noticed that I don't think most people realize. You remember back in the day when people used to celebrate holidays, and holidays was all about, you know, colorful. Let's keep things colorful. Let's keep things vibrant. Let's make everything great. The more colors you have it, the better. It was spectacular when you had the colors. Now everything's off-white. Christmas trees, the colorful Christmas trees with all the little colorful decorations, ornaments on it. That's not a thing no more. If you look at pictures that people post of like the holidays and Christmas and the spirit, everything's off-white. Christmas trees all off-white. Now, and I saw this and I was sitting there thinking about, I was like, even my wife, I was sitting there thinking like, yo, I used to decorate the Christmas tree. I used to put lights up. It was great. It was amazing. Now she likes to buy these. She has this tree that she bought that she likes to put up, but the tree's all white. We don't put anything on it. It's just off-white. I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. Like everything is losing its color, its uniqueness. It's just bland, and everybody's doing it. Even in the houses, like, remember people used to paint their houses, they'd be all colorful, whatnot. Now what is hip and what's in is just, you know, plain off grayscale walls or all white walls with like basic black, you know, appliances, whatever it is. It's all, you know, done. Even you look at McDonald's used to be super colorful, right? Now what you got this brick ass fucking building with no fucking life to it whatsoever. It's just like a corporate thing, and everything is starting to be like that now these days. Everything. And it's like,
I mean,
Christmas trees, no colors whatsoever.
Yeah, like, and honestly, that's genuinely because, in my opinion, but a lot of people are just following fucking fads, man. Like that's people. A lot of people don't have an identity no more. They genuinely
Facts.
have to turn to somebody else to get an idea as to what it is that they should do.
Yeah, I agree.
Creativity seems to be on an all-time low for some reason, because the look of, or the wanting, the need to feel accepted seems to be so prevalent that that's what that's what they're doing, so I gotta do that shit too. I gotta make sure I'm up with it. I gotta stay with, and it's like, yo, nah, nigga, you can just do some completely other shit, and that would actually stand out 10 times more than you trying to fit the bill of what everybody else does. Like for instance, I'm hoping this one sticks though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like beforehand, niggas used to, everybody rocked certain clothes and shit like that, especially black community. For instance, Nike Techs. Nike Techs was this shit for everybody, whether you was a hood nigga, you was a regular nigga, but it was more seen as a hood nigga uniform to have on Nike Tech. Now, it's starting in Atlanta. We're gonna see where it spread from. But niggas is doing this 3/4 shit, the 3/4 sweater. I'm fucking with it. 3/4 sweater and matchas. I like that.
Fashion has went backwards, bro. Fashion has went backwards.
And you know what?
I'm with some of it. I am with some of it because, you know, remember people used to rock Felines back in the day, the Feline brand, you know.
Nigga, I would still rock them bitches.
Yeah, but Fubu, Feline, most people don't know about Fubu, but you know, those brands like that, people didn't really fuck with them. You know, the bell bottoms, all that shit, the overalls. People, it was like a trend back in the day. At least when I was growing up, you know, that was the shit. And then for a period of time, no one was rocking that shit. No one had Fubu. Now all of a sudden, like, you're seeing Fubu's making a comeback. People are rocking Fubu. People are saying, "Yo, let's get some Fubu shit out there." I want to say I saw some Fubu shit. I don't know how new it was, but I saw some Fubu shit. I was like, damn. I thought this company had went under. Like, shit, they still got some shit out here. Like,
no, that man is still making money. That man from Shark Tank who owns that brand Still
that
making
shit.
money off of that stuff.
Facts. Fubu, that even like old, the old clothing styles that people used to do back in the day. That shit's making a little comeback, and people are like, "Why don't you come up with something new?" It's the same thing. Why don't come up with new movies? There's so many new movies that could be made, but what do you see? Remakes over remakes over remakes and over remakes. Now, mind you, some movies could be remade because the way they have technology right now. When they remake them, they could be better, but a lot of remakes are fucking ass. But there are a lot of storybooks out there, fantasy, horror, thrillers, their own news stories that can be translated to a transcript for a screenplay. Yeah, and there's so many people who don't want to do that, which I'm like, why? Because there are people saying, give us something new. Well, how about you guys go look at some of those books? Because there's tons of books out there with completely new ideas, different concept. Like I always say, there's like this one called The Element, the Elemental Academy or something like that. It gives me a vibe of Harry Potter, but it's not Harry Potter. But they have three students that would give you like the whole Harry Potter vibe shit, but they're not. It would be a fucking great ass book. The one I'm going into called The Land. I got to get you on that one, Thad. But the motherfucker, there's 9 books. 9 ones getting ready to come out hopefully within the next year or so, but there's 9 of the books out there, or 8 books plus 2 other books for somewhat different series, but it's same multiverse, whatever. It's, if you go through them, you're like, yo, this would be a good TV show, movie. Like if you tape this, like this would be fucking good. Why aren't we turning stories that are currently being written on paper? Why aren't we turning those into a new TV show, a new film? Look at fucking T-Boo. My fucking dad's be on that fucking shit all the time. He's like, yo, you are watching T-Boo? I don't watch that shit. But he's watching it because they're even though this, I personally think the story's probably ass half the time, but my understanding, they have some really good ones on there that people do enjoy, and they're making original shit. They're thriving. They're thriving. Mind you, their original shit, in my opinion, is like C-rate, B-rate, D-rate type film shit, but they're still making a killing. People are still enjoying the content. They're new, it's original, it's something different. Why can't we do that with the stories? We have so many stories out there. People are always complaining about, not having enough new content out there. There's plenty of content out there. Just go to Barnes and Noble and pick up a book that's not off of a movie so far that's already out there, and bada bang, bada boom, you got a whole fucking script right there. You just got to get hold of the author, have them make their book into a script transcript that can be adapted for a film, and there you go, new film.
Now, I agree with you on that. Like, there's quite a few stories that I know myself. I feel like, yo, these shits. It's Tubi, not Tebow.
Whatever the fuck's called. That's how it goes to show you. I don't watch it though. I just know it's there.
But that alone, like, I have a few stories like I've been listening to and shit that genuinely happens to, like, I know for a fact if it was either in TV show form, because TV show would make it more where it can be extended just a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the network who picks it up. Depends on who picks it up.
Very true. Very true. But
if it's Netflix, they're gonna get like 3 seasons at the most and be canceled, leaving you on a cliffhanger.
That's a possibility too. That's the possibility too. But I know that when it comes down to it, though, there's a lot of shit that not only can be turned into TV shows, movies, video games. Like there's a lot of shit that people are afraid to say. You know what? Let me take a chance on this because that money. They're so worried about how much money is going to generate. That
it's all about money.
That they've seen prior to a certain set of numbers. So they're gonna, all right, well, let's take that up and we'll just tweak a couple details about this here and there and ultimately make it the same story from a different perspective. And now we're gonna try to sell that shit.
Yeah.
Or the same character and with a new face, and we're gonna tell the same story, but their acting is gonna change out how good it goes. No, you
I mean, that's what they
still
did with
running through the
Superman for a
same
while.
bullshit.
That was almost like the same story every time. Let's go Superman and do the origin in the first film. I was like, yo, like, whoa, that Man of Steel, Superman. Like, there were like 6 or 7 movies before they did this last one where they went completely whole another route. Like, they didn't do any the origin backstory like they normally do. They just went into the fucking a movie with a different take on it. And I was like, yo, I can respect that. I can fuck with that and vibe with it. Now, whether the movie was super good or not, for how they did it, I was like, you know what? If I separate it from the other movies, and I think like, all right, it's a remake of the Superman movie, but they didn't go the same direction as all the other movies where they start him off, he's a farm boy, no, they went a completely whole different route. They gave you a whole other story that wasn't the same cut and paste, fucking copy cut and paste shit that's out there already. And they got a whole nother story. Right. And to me, that's good. Now, mind you, they could have did something completely different with it still, but for what they put out there, if I look at it as a whole standalone movie, great movie. Now like I said, there are movies that I would like to see some remakes. I think they would do great. Like I don't know if y'all ever watched Ernest. Y'all remember Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Halloween, those type of movies from back in the day. I had been talking about John Cena. I was like, yo, shit you not, John Cena would be a good fucking Ernest. Like he can pull it off the way he acts and whatnot. He would be one of the few people I was like, yo, if they made a remake of Ernest, he would be the fucking dude that should do it. He would pull it off and make it his own, and whatnot, and probably most likely give some mad respect to the original person who played Ernest, who passed away of colon cancer, if I'm not mistaken. But that movie right there would be great.
How exactly would that be done? Because everybody, like, the character of Ernest was a slim dude, slim build. So,
well, I mean, that's the whole point.
Jackson and still
you just change it. I mean, they have all this technology, so they can definitely do it. And then I saw on Twitter, that someone did Ernest Goes to Jail or something like that. They took one of the movies and they put John Cena on it. And I was like, yo, someone else thinks the same thing. Like, he would be a fucking great Ernest. And I was like, in the works. I'm like, no, that was definitely AI, because last I checked, he's not working on any Ernest movies. But every time I'm on Twitter, I'm tagging him, yo, John Cena. You would go great with this movie. I don't know, Ernest, I don't know if you ever watched it growing up, but Ernest, that would be you. You definitely could pull it off. Like, I tag him on Twitter every now and then. That happened to come across someone actually made a cover of like Ernest Goes to Jail, whatever, and they put him on there. I'm like, yo, if they did Ernest Goes to Jail, because he's already did this thing in wrestling. When he came back, he went heel. That was perfect. He did a whole heel thing, had the whole mentality. He could totally pull off the evil person in the fucking film, and then still do the goofy fun, type shit. Because look at most of his movies. He does the action, but he does a lot of comedy shit too. So it would pair very well with his persona of how he does shit. It's just, will he ever be able to do it? I don't know. What another remake they're doing? The Never Ending Story. Now, y'all remember those movies? Those movies were great. There was like 3 or 4 of them that were different, pretty long, pretty good movies. A remake of those that they're working on right now would probably be fucking amazing with the technology. Now, I'm not saying all remakes would be great, because sometimes when they do a remake, they hit the mark. And then a lot of times when they do the remake, they're completely off the mark. You're like, what? That was a remake? Like for me, Lilo and Stitch, the live action. I did not like the live action. Me personally, I thought they fucking ruined it. And they're like, Ohana means family, and then you broke up the family because you sent, the sister away to college. That to me, that just completely killed the movie, because they were like, oh, we're trying to keep it like the original, but then we're also trying to bring in something else to the current terms, but we're saying Ohana. But you're saying certain things that were referenced in the old movie that meant them trying to keep the family together, and you're saying Ohana means family, but then you're breaking them apart. Then you say, oh, but it doesn't mean the family has to always be there. You changed the whole term and the whole meaning of what the original movie had. You completely changed it to try to be in the woke world of what's going on now. And yeah, that's cute and all, but you don't need to do that with every fucking thing, trying to appease everybody's culture, and their opinion of being this whole woke, and not trying to be the whole cancel culture shit. Like, fuck the cancel culture shit. Like, let's be real. Fuck it. That's why a lot of comedians get pissed off, because the whole cancel culture, comedians like, cancel me, bitch. Like, my whole job is to be funny and insult people. That's comedy. That's why you come. Like, yeah, you if you didn't want it, you wouldn't have came here. You wouldn't buy the tickets. Oh, he was too harsh. But the whole point, he's comedy. It doesn't necessarily mean that person, he or she actually feels that way on some of that shit. But it's what makes people laugh, is taking a dark moment and making light of the situation to get a laugh out of it. That's comedy. That's what they do. I do that shit all the time myself. I can see a dark moment and I crack a joke about something, because you can't just sit there and dwell on the fucking past and be in darkness. You got to lift your spirits. And one way you lift your spirits is you start laughing, you start smiling. They say good laughter cleanses the spirit. All right, so that's what you got to do. There's so much things there that are, if I'm not mistaken, that are in the working or in the making. It's like Harry Potter. Harry Potter was a good series for its time, right? Everybody can agree that who watched Harry Potter, they pretty much probably enjoyed it for the most part, the movies. Now they're making a TV series, Harry Potter. It's like, oh, they shouldn't do that. The movie's perfect. But with the TV series, like, you know, my boy Eagle said, when you do a TV series, you can take your time. You can get more in depth. You can have more of that backstory. It was like the remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For those who don't know, the last season's coming out. I liked the show. I was like, damn, only 4 seasons? Now, mind you, the original was more like of a sitcom where, you know, they had tons of episodes. It was a sitcom type format, versus the remake is not a sitcom type of show.
It's more of a drama.
Yeah, it's more of a drama.
Yeah.
So I get it. They felt like they probably couldn't stretch it out to be more than what they have. So the 4th season is going to be the last season, because to them, they kind of covered a lot of the basics from the sitcom and their drama show of it, which I'm like, well, yeah, you did a different take, a different angle. I thoroughly enjoy the Fresh Prince, the way they did it, this new one. I like it. Yeah, it's not like the original one, but that's fine. That is completely fine. It added a twist to make it its own type of show, because the original one was a sitcom. So this one's not a sitcom. It's more of a drama based, which to me, it makes it kind of stand alone on its own. Yeah, everybody thinks like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's still based off that character. Yeah, it is. But it gives you a different perspective because they're doing it different. It's not all, you know, joking. And I'm not saying like the original sitcom was all like joking and laughing and whatnot. They had some, you know, heartfelt moments in there, you know, and that showed that connected with the audience. But they still have that in this one too. They still have moments that connect with the audience, but in a different way. Because, you know, things are different.
I still know a lot of people that's hit with that hit by that Will Smith scene when he was like, yo, well, how come he don't want me, man? Like that shit. I ain't know, even though my pops was around all my life, nigga, and I was grateful for that shit. That scene hit me, nigga, like, and I don't know what it's like, but I can only imagine, like, yo, you feel like you was abandoned by your pops, and then now this one time he pop out for like 2 minutes, making all these fucking promises for him to turn around and be like, yeah, well, I'm gonna catch you later. Like that. That shit gotta hit, like that shit hit the soul, nigga, without you even knowing truly how it feels. You can, like, as a person who can put themselves in somebody's shoes without necessarily, you may not know 100% this is what it's like, nigga, to have no dad around you, to feel like he don't want shit to do with you. I don't know what that's like, and I'm grateful for that. But I can only imagine the pain that a man like that would have to feel and go through, and going through life from a boy to a man, trying to figure out what the fuck, why he ain't want me, son.
Yeah,
like that shit resonated with a lot of people, and I know it did. So
yeah,
like that,
and they brought that in the new one. They definitely brought it in the new one, but they did it in a different way. I want to say they did it in a way to try to make it more relatable to the current society of how things are playing out now. They try to do it that way, and it was still good. I thought it was still good. But there's so many things that they can do. I was a little upset, but I found out it was the 4th season. I ain't gonna hold you. I was a little upset the 4th season was gonna be the final season. I was like, wait, what? Final season? It's only been 4. Like, the fuck? I'm a little upset, but at the same time, I can respect it. I can stand behind it. I was like, you know what? For 4 seasons that they did a good job. The one company that does some shows that I get pissed off with is Netflix, because they'll get you with a good show. Like, you'll have a good show, they'll give you 1 season, 2 seasons, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna cancel. Not a lot of people like it. What do you mean a lot of people don't like it? Don't you see the uproar on social media? People getting pissed off. They loved it. Y'all just canceling good shit for no reason. Because what they is, they base the numbers off of how quickly do people watch it when it comes out right away. When it drops, are they binge watching it? Are they liking it? Are people flocking to it? Some people have lives. Some people are getting just tied up. Like, if someone's working 3 jobs, right? When a show, say the show drops on Friday, but they just work 3, back-to-back shifts that whole week, that Friday coming in, they're gonna sleep. They're not thinking about watching this new show that came out. So of course they're not gonna watch it when it drops. So they're like, well, these people aren't watching the show when it drops, so that means they don't really like it. No, that doesn't what it means. It just means
I'm catching that shit later on. When I have time and energy.
That's the benefit of having the streaming platform, because they can watch it at any point in time during their leisure. And what the issue is, probably another one of the issues, because people don't hit those little like buttons to say that they actually like the show. That's why I started. Anytime I watch something now, if I can do it by episode, each episode I'll like it. I like that one. I like it. If I really didn't like it, I give it a thumbs down. I didn't like this type of content this time around. That's just my opinion. But definitely feel like since more things are coming towards the streaming platforms of being relatively available at your fingertips to watch shit, those reviews now are starting to come more into a factor, because before they were able to monitor how many times someone played it, and I'm sure they can still see how many times someone played an episode versus when it hits their system, like, oh, 1 million people turned into Netflix, and this how many people watched the video, how many people actually finished the movie, this and that, how many people stop watching it and then finish going back and finish the season. I'm sure they have all the statistics there. But what they didn't realize is that a lot of people, when they stopped doing that, maybe something came up, in life that prevented them from watching it, finishing it right then and there. Most people come back to their shows to finish them. In general, even if they don't like a series, sometimes when they have nothing else to watch, it's like, you know what? Let me give it another try. I did that shit with some anime. What anime was it? There was an anime I did. I watch a lot of anime, but there was an anime I did that too. I think it was it wasn't Black Clover. It was Naruto at first. When I first started watching Naruto, I couldn't get into it. I was like, fuck this shit. It's too many episodes. I couldn't get into it. And I sat back and I was
just like, who the fuck?
Yeah, and I saw a clip and I was like, yo, that was mad funny. And I went back and I gave it another go. And the second time around, I was like, wait, okay, I could actually fuck with this now. And I went on the thing and I just binge watched, what was it, like 300 some episodes? I binge watched all of them. The cuts, the filler episodes, all that shit. I just binge watched it. And they're like, yo, you watching too much too quickly. Nah, it took me, I didn't like it at first. I wouldn't go hold you. I didn't like it at first. It didn't catch my attention. But then I saw a clip that caught my attention. I was like, yo, let me give this another go. And I went through and then I realized there are some shows that have a slow start. The first episode, the second episode probably could be shit. But then, literally typically most shows by the third episode, they start to pick up. Even with books, you can read a book, the first 2 chapters could be ass. And you get to the third, fourth, fifth chapter, it starts picking up and it piques your interest and you're like, oh shit, let me tune into this shit for real. There are shows like that, there are books like that. I think that's why they say when you read a book or something like that, you should read like 10 minutes or at least a couple of chapters, or better yet, open the book up right to the middle and read a chapter from the middle and see if it catches your attention. To see if you're going to actually be into it. But I mean, that's just me.
I can agree with that. Because even when you look at some of these, the new stuff is like the real shorts and real dramas and stuff like that. Like these little apps that do like mini drama episodes and shit like that. They'll post up, and some of the audio books, they'll do certain things with they'll post up. Maybe it's either could be a portion of the show or the book, or a possible just like a small future snippet where they might change just a couple details out of it, but they're advertising it this way, and it makes it where it's like, damn, oh shit, I know I could get into that. Let me go listen to that. Like I always say every week, the my vampire system The last one I came up with, the last one I started listening to is called The Legendary Beast Tamer. Like certain things, how they say it, how they pronounce, like how they bring it to you, and so on and so forth, is entirely different. Like, all right, the Legendary Beast Tamer, the way that they grabbed my interest was showing like, all right, this dude, he's in this group of, he's in this elite school of nothing but beast tamers, and pretty much he has the weakest beast according to them, like to the other people. His beasts are the weakest. He got a fucking spider and a phoenix. Like, nigga, come on, you ain't. That's not a phoenix yet. It's like a hawk or some shit. But he's a fire hawk. Yeah, some shit like that. And he's like, yo, you got the weakest motherfucking pets and yada. And he's like, his pets talking to him like, nah, nigga, yo, you don't even understand. We genuinely fuck with you. Like, you didn't get, like, we didn't get brought to you. We chose to fuck with you. So
Yeah.
that's how you know our bond is real. And this motherfucker goes in there. He's about to fight the top motherfucker in the whole like country type shit. He's like the prince or some shit like that. And the prince has a fucking dragon. And the dragon's like, hey, you know what? He getting told, the dragon's getting ordered to kill him. And he's like, yo, he sees that the nigga goes and he protects his pets. Like, nah, nigga, he's mine. If you gonna kill him, you gonna kill all of us. Fuck it. The dragon sees that shit like, yo, fuck you to his owner, to his master, and it's like, I'm following this nigga. Now that may not sound like something that's like, oh yeah, you know what, it's worth it. But the way that they told it was like, oh shit. Then you get into the book itself, and I'm listening to the book. This nigga's the only class, because it's one of those books where it's like everybody in the world has abilities, powers, or they received abilities through this government serum, this scientifically done serum, and that gives them these outlandish abilities that they're able to do now. From that, it's like you listen to it, and the motherfucker is genuinely doing a whole lot of, like he actually doing a whole lot of shit to save these people. Like he's like fucking Asta or Deku, but in like a magical, like in a medieval magic world type shit, fantasy basically.
This is an anime, you said, right?
What the shit is? Yeah, this is a book. This is a fantasy book, but it's an audible, like an audio.
Which one is this one?
It's called Legendary Beast Tamer.
Is this on Audible?
That one. Nah, it's on what's the
I feel like I've seen this one before.
You most likely have, because it's one of the things that get advertised on Facebook. Pocket FM. It's one of those off my Pocket FM app. But like that's like there's a whole plethora of shit that people can use, and there's people who still using their creativity to be able to bring forth more entertainment that can genuinely bring in more viewers, more people that tune into your particular place. But you have to look at some of these books and the audio books, some of the regular books, some of these like little short drama reels and shit that they posting up on these other apps. And I know that they're posting them on there because it's either low quality acting, but or basically basically that's what it is. Because the stories be pretty decent.
It's just
they have decent told stories with good plot lines, but shitty actors. So therefore, it has a lower budget outcome and all that. And they put it on these little short shits, but they making money. Because guess what?
You gotta pay lots of views to watch it.
Yo, they're dropping like 60-second clips as a chapter intentionally. Like they'll show like 72, 89, 100 or something chapters, but them chapters is probably like 60 seconds worth of video. And the way that they making money off of them shit, they got advertisements in there. So if you want to actually watch the shit, guess what? You got to watch an ad to get 60 seconds of a fucking clip for you to find out what happens next in that story. And you're going to keep doing that shit if you genuinely interested in order for you to find out what the fuck happens next. Or you just going to pay the money.
Yeah, that either or like most people, they look for the shit online for free, even though they got the pirates have been getting their wings clipped by people's governments. I know the anime one, if people watch shit on anime for free, got their wings clipped for was that Cloudflare or something like that was hosting that shit for most people, and they were told to put down and told to pay millions and billions of dollars to the government or something like that, or the agency that they lost it to, for the piracy, and I'm like, and everybody's like, oh, that's why you gotta have the LimeWire and that to download and stream. Like y'all going backwards. Y'all talking about downloading shit to your PCs, and we're in a time where everything's supposed to be at your fingertips to watch online surfing and whatnot. And I get it.
You fucking stream it.
Yeah, I get it. It feels like they don't want to pay for this. I definitely get it. When I look at those, annual fees, because that's what I pay annually. I try to avoid doing the monthly if possible. The annual fees for like my anime shit, I'm like, yeah, I get it. But I also know if I don't feel like looking for it online. But when I could just pay an annual fee and then I have my shit available, even like Netflix and whatnot, Disney, I don't have a problem paying annually if it's available, because it's one-time fee. I stack up for it, wait for it, pay it off, and then I don't have to worry about it. If I want to watch anytime I want to watch, I just pull up my phone or wherever I'm at and look at it. They don't make a lot of stuff for kids these days, especially kids these days, and even anime, all that stuff. It's none of it's geared how it used to be. Anime, I think, has always been for adults. I think anime has always been for adults, but a lot of the cartoons are really stupid for kids. They're not. Well, thanks for the bits, bro.
Of course.
A lot of
that was the last three I had, nigga.
Yeah, I give you one. I got one left. I'll give it to you next time you're alive.
I appreciate it.
I gotta see if I can do it. I don't. Depending on how close you are, I think I can only do it if you're close enough to get in your affiliate. But a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed back in the day, from back in the day.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
We've been
been going for a little minute now. Damn.
Facts. You wanna bring us out, bro? What?
All right, well, hold on. Beforehand, G, you got anything you want to talk about real quick?
Quiet.
No, you was rattling. I was rattling off the mouth. I mean,
hold up.
Nothing.
Baby brother said, I got something I want to talk about.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
I mean, I went to AEW Full Gear.
That can't paint on their motherfucking eyebrows, right? Make me fucking sick. Yeah. I can't believe I'm this sick over a bitch that can't even draw eyebrows already.
Yeah.
But so I went to AEW Full Gear in Jersey yesterday.
That was yesterday? The show?
Yeah, I went to the show. I was there.
Oh shit! Wasn't someone retiring after this pay-per-view, or is that next month? There's someone retiring. Fandango, the guy who used to be named Fandango at Rust for WWE.
Oh, Fandango? Yeah. I don't know. They didn't say his name. Remember, when you're live, you don't hear anything, so we don't know.
I know he's supposed to retire. I don't know if it's the show in January that's coming up, or if it's supposed to be this one, but it's supposed to be his last in-ring performance. He's gonna retire from the ring, and I'm like, damn, I'm definitely be watching the War Games that are coming up.
We're that old? Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Fandango?
Facts. He don't even look that old, but I definitely get a lot of them don't want to do certain things. They want to take care of their body. They want to be able to have time with their kids and whatnot. That's why AJ Styles is retiring next year. He could probably still another 5 good years in this shit. But like he said, next year's gonna be his last year.
Tyler Breeze is still outside doing stuff. That's why I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes down to it,
I mean, Ric Flair still trying to do shit too from time to time. He shouldn't. He definitely needs to sit down.
Listen, I don't blame him though, because if you constantly taking concussions, my nigga, like you take as many concussions as a football player. If I'm being honest, granted, you know how to fall and all that shit probably, but it's only so many times that your brain gonna get rattled and your bones going fucking creak and shit before you be like, you know what, I can't really walk no more. I can barely speak. I can't. There's a lot of shit that comes with it.
Look at Angle. He's in a lot of pain for all the stuff he did, and the Percocets was helping him with his pain, and that's not really even the answer. But he was doing that to help himself with pain, and I definitely get that. But yeah, it is what it is.
Let's not get into Kirk, so we all know how this rolls.
That's for another podcast.
What you said? What about Kirk?
He said, let's not get into it for Kurt. I get it. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Before I forget, let me do this now.
But
As he
yeah, I
did
was
pop
at
his
Full
name up.
Gear. It was awesome. It was nice to see people live and be in the experience again.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
definitely my goal is to get in some live shit soon.
Well, this stuff is expensive.
Yeah, I would start using these. So being a disabled veteran, they have tickets and whatnot for us sometimes. I'm definitely trying to use this stuff
Oh,
and
that's
see.
true. Okay,
Um,
discount.
I'm trying to see how it is. It's definitely been a minute. Let me see if this works better.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I damn sure would have.
Because SmackDown's gonna be here in January.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, remember he's not out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
I think if I'm not mistaken, they're coming to my area
area.
soon too. So I'm gonna be taking a look like that. Senior Ego, you wanna close us out for the night, or partial close us out.
All right. Well, as always, we here for a good time, not a long time, but I'm hoping you all had a great one with us. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Gigi, thank you for pulling up with us and chopping it up for a little bit. Know what I mean? Appreciate you. If y'all, oh yeah. If anything, make sure y'all follow Gigi. My bad, Reptar, R3PTARGRR. That's on YouTube. That's on Instagram. That's you on Twitch too.
Yep, I gave her a shout out. She's on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Make sure
still
y'all
doing
follow her on that. Huh?
Sorry, I said I was still doing Borderlands and stuff. I just need help.
No. There you go. See, she needs some help in Borderlands, so y'all can add her too. I believe that's her name too on Xbox. I ain't gonna dox her. I ain't gonna do that.
I mean,
But
if y'all
also,
creepy,
y'all
she
can
gonna
follow her.
probably tell y'all to piss off. So,
Where she probably not gonna follow you afterwards. So
All right.
Don't be weird.
All right.
Just
Not
don't pull up on her with the weird activities. All right. But you know what I'm saying, you can also find her at Dating with Reptar. You know what I'm saying? Also, what's the other screen name? Reptar Love Jones. She's locked in, y'all.
Reptar _Love Jones R3PTAR _JWinnieZ2. Because remember, the first one got shut down.
Right.
And we turned 4 years old on the 28th.
How many years? 3?
Something about the 28th?
No, 5.
5 years.
5
Look
years
at that. Doing her damn thing out there. I give it to Reptar. She's definitely doing her damn thing. 5 years. It's better than one of our other guests that we haven't heard of said they were going on the tour, then never came back.
Well,
you fucking dumb.
Emotional damage.
I ain't even about to bring up the name of the individual you are referring to. I'm gonna let that lie. I'm gonna let that shit right now.
I gotta throw my own shots out there sometimes. I gotta be me. It wouldn't be right if I wasn't me. I hate when people do that shit. Try to talk a big talk, but then can't really back it up on here.
Yeah.
So, but
y'all know y'all can find Zone. Nah, that boy's Zone the Torque. All right, Zone Media, all that good shit. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Hit them up.
Facts.
Find them and hit them up.
And if you want to actually tune into us, instead of just listening to our lovely voices every Sunday, you can come check us out on Twitch where we stream live. And if Twitch is not it for you, we also hit up YouTube and Kick as well. We're a little bit here, there, a little bit of salt, pepper, everything nice. But if you want to tune into us live and see some faces with the voices, tune into Twitch. That's the best place to be. You can catch me on camera, and hopefully soon they'll start turning on their cameras because I set it up where they could, and we'll go from there.
I got my little top flight security uniform on right now, so I ain't want to put my face on cam.
Top flight security in the world, Craig.
Projector on. Don't start me.
We're gonna have Reptar here with a PowerPoint
Yo, yeah, man. Guys, it's been awesome. We appreciate every one of y'all that stopped by, that will stop by, and that's gonna stop by in the future. Love, peace, and all that hot shit. All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah,
Happy Turkey Day for those who do celebrate it.
Happy Turkey Day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all gobble till you wobble and all that hot
Gobble
shit.
gobble till you wobble.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Later, bitches.
This nigga is upset. Okay, he said he hopes that all heartbreakers choke on turkey. And cheaters. Excuse me. Cheaters and heartbreakers choke on turkey.
Valid points. Valid points.
All right. Yeah. That's a lot of anger right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of anger.
Hard body. I'm second that. Yep.
Until next time,
Got
pod.
you, sometimes. Yes, indeed. Y'all have a great one. Peace out. Peace, niggas.
But goodbye, motherfuckers.
Oh, all right, stream. That concludes Podcast Sunday this week. Come back next week for another edition of the Podcast Sunday. We might have Reptar pull up again. She's been pulling up lately, but you know, nothing like the president, and she still pulls up, so she's always welcomed. And Ego, you know, he's always here. Welcome. He's always here, and I hope you guys enjoyed him leading the ship today. The podcast. Hey. He was the captain for the day.
As long as I'm breathing, goddammit, I'm gonna be here. So y'all,
even when he's not breathing, he's gonna be here. You just see his little emote somewhere.
Yeah, I'm farting niggas. Now I'm farting niggas, dog.
And I work on Sundays. Give me things.
Yeah, facts. Until then, you guys stay frosty. We'll see you next time. And if you guys, you know, want to see some more besides just podcasts, you know, I do stream some various of games Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday nights. And I'm a very, what is it? A variety streamer. So I stream everything. So variety. There we go. My dyslexic ass. We'll get it right one day. But anyways, I do that, and right now I'm on Where the Wind Meets. That's a great game. So I hope you guys check out some of that gameplay when I'm streaming. And also keep an eye out for me for TikTok Live, because I will be start doing TikTok Live as well in the future, a lot more consistently. So if you want me, come get me. You know where I'm at. All right. Till next time, y'all stay frosty.